everyone. So before I get into the actual food review, I wanted to give you a bit of background into the restaurant that we will be reviewing today. The most famous chef in South Africa is probably Chef Luke Dale Roberts. So this guy comes from the UK, moves to South Africa, Cape Town specifically, and decides to open up a few restaurants, as one does. One of these restaurants was the Test Kitchen, and this place just exploded in popularity. I'm talking year after year after year, it won best restaurant in South Africa. Then goes on to be the only restaurant in the whole of Africa to make the top 50 restaurants in the world list. Point I'm making is the food is pretty exquisite. It's premised on fine dining tasting menus, and it was so popular that the waiting list was something like 3 months long. I mean, you just couldn't get in. You just couldn't. Anyway, COVID happens, and unfortunately he decides to close, which devastated all of South African foodies, including me. Especially me, because I never got a chance to go and try this restaurant. The plot thickens even more because he wakes up one day and he realizes, actually, Cape Town food scene isn't really where it's happening anymore. Joburg is. So he moves over to Joburg and once again opens up a few restaurants, one of them being the Test Kitchen Carbon. Much like the previous Test Kitchen, this is also a fine dining tasting menu, but he claims that this is not supposed to be a Test Kitchen 2.0, but a restaurant in its own right, which if you look at the decor, it's definitely more Joburg vibe. It's a bit grittier, a bit edgier, a bit darker. I mean, it's beautiful, but definitely more of a Joburg scene. So currently they have a lunch menu and a dinner menu, both tasting menus. We went for the dinner option. We paid 1,900 Rand per person, and this was entry level, just gave you the food, which was 11 courses. They do also have a wine pairing. The pairing with the South African wines is 2,850. The pairing with the international wines is 3,500. And interestingly enough, for the non-alcoholics, they have a tea pairing. So don't know what that's about, never heard of that. But I'm actually quite intrigued and probably I'm going to go back there just to see what it's all about. But anyway, enough about that. That's pretty much what we're reviewing tonight, and now let's get to the good stuff.
So we've got the billionaire shortbread, which has got something and something, and all I heard was 24 karat gold on the top, which is very exciting. And then we've got some French bread with something and a celery oil. I mean, guys, have you ever in your life?
Celery oil on top of the cottage cheese. Enjoy.
So I just took a bite of this billionaire shortbread. It is literally one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. There's definitely foie gras there and shortbread at the bottom, but oh my god.
Stretching. So you've got your deep fried pork stretchings and they're seasoned with some celery salt. Then on the side there you've got your soy agar jelly holding up the beer foam there. So you break one of the pork stretching foams and you dip it up in the beer foam.
He said something about like something's edible but don't eat it actually.
It's a foam, it's like a gelatin thing at the bottom.
Oh, don't eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's edible but you shouldn't eat it.
Oh god.
How's that?
Oh, delicious. This is nice.
Okay, so the bathrooms aren't the cleanest. No mirror. Yeah, but I mean at the same time it is in a like shopping center vibe thing, so the bathrooms aren't like in the restaurant. You have to walk a bit out. Yeah, not the greatest.
their take on a Caesar salad. It's got like an anchovy dressing and parmesan cheese and the butter, whatever it's called, lettuce. But then
Okay, so that pink lip thing, the fish was great, but I didn't actually like the thing around it, the rice paper roll. It was like a bit tough and made it a bit unpleasant, but the fish itself was exquisite.
It's the paella risotto. It's basically araboro rice that has been prepared with calamari and lemon oil, with some tentacles, pickled mussel, as well as a poached lobster with some chef vinegar on top. So what I have over here is basically a seafood cappuccino. It's basically elevated undertones of seafood. So it's basically made out of seafood broth as well. Lovely. So what I'll do, I'll just pour it over. Lovely. Right, and over here, ma'am, we do have the langoustine. It is grilled, sweet and tender. It comes with a pink lip blended ravioli, truffles on top, and the truffle cream. Please enjoy.
Thank you.
It's a bit sweet, but very delicious.
I'm about to take a bite of everything. The langoustine, the ravioli, the lettuce. Let's see how this is. Wow.
Orgasmic.
So, fish bone in my ravioli. That's like a negative. That's a big negative.
Ginger puree with the brown mung bean noodles, finished off with the mustard sauce dressing on the base. And then you like this here springo, which is served with the beetroot gumbo, fresh pig, and then chicken in a half plate finished off with this springo soup.
Okay, I'm starting off with the spring butt, which is seared. I mean, it's raw. It's basically raw. But it smells flipping incredible and looks beautiful. There's a lot going on. Let's take a try. Let's try this. I'm gonna try the meat first, just without like anything, just to see how raw spring butt tastes. No, it's good. Oh wow, it's very good. Very good. Now let's try a bit of, oh, this is the fig with a bit of the foie gras again, and oh wow, oh wow. How's the duck?
Tender. No, delicious.
Look, all I can say is trying this flavor profile, like everything in one bite, it just like works. It just comes together. I can't explain it, but it works.
The outside out lemon tart. It's got the yuzu creme fraiche underneath, followed by the lemon curd, the fuel and thyme cheese that's broken in pieces, and then an apple and tequila sorbet. And then on that one here is the chocolate tart. It's got a chocolate tart filling, and then it's got the mascarpone creamy cheese, coffee gel, oak and maple syrup, and then with a white chocolate ganache sorbet, and I finished off with a brandy snail.
I love lemon tart. It's my favorite dessert of all time, so I cannot wait to try this. It's like a lemon sorbet with meringue, lemon tart at the bottom.
Oh damn. Is that alcohol? What is that like initial taste? Oh damn.
No, that's alcohol. It's like brandy or something.
Like a liqueur maybe.
Yes, it's a liqueur. Like a chocolate liqueur maybe. thing just happened. We get our bill, and there's this like a random 100 rand for one of the desserts. So anyway, I just pay, and Carissa's like, bro, do we pay separately for the dessert? I thought it was a tasting menu. And he's like, oh, that's not supposed to be there. Ooh, interesting.